On January 16, 2020, the U.S. Senate confirmed a new trade agreement between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico, aptly called the United States-Mexico-Canada Agreement. This new trade treaty was the promised replacement of the previous agreement called NAFTA, or North American Free Trade Agreement, an agreement reviled by President Trump, who had promised to renegotiate the agreement and replace it with a pact more beneficial to the U.S. Although then President Trump was the impetus behind the USMCA, as a presidential candidate and as president-elect in 2024, Trump has turned against his own agreement and has promised severe tariffs against Mexican and Canadian imports into the U.S., with a number of online personalities applauding this policy shift. While the lack of fealty to treaties with Native Americans has often been pointed out as a lack of good faith by the U.S. government, a more recent case of the U.S. not living up to an important treaty is that of the so-called Budapest Memorandum, an agreement between the U.S., Ukraine, and Russia to guarantee the integrity of Ukraine's borders and its sovereignty if Ukraine would give up the tremendous stockpile of nuclear weapons left in the country when the USSR dissolved. In 2014, when Russia occupied and eventually annexed the Ukrainian Crimea, the U.S. failed to live up to its promise to protect Ukraine. Now, although the U.S. has been providing logistical assistance to Ukraine in its defense against the Russian invasion of 2022, the U.S. is falling far short of any sort of guarantee of Ukraine's security. These incidents make some wonder if the word of the U.S. is any good. Do you think such criticism is warranted? As a question for my students and subscribers, should the U.S. intervene in Ukraine with military force? Please let us know in the comments section for this video.